welcome back, everybody. You know the deal. It is Wellness Wednesday. Today, we are diving a bit deeper into the conversation on ways to notice what no longer is serving you. How do you let it go, move on, don't be held down by it? Our spiritual coach, Michelle Barr, joining us this morning. Good morning to you, Michelle. Haven't seen you in a while. Wonderful to see you.
I haven't. It's great to see you.
You know,
it's really important to talk about this because we're always talking about focus on the positive, reach for the next highest feeling. But it's not that you ignore those other feelings. You just don't allow yourself to stay there. You have to learn to recognize them and then pivot.
I love that. I think when I try to think of some of the feelings that I think are a little harder, at least I can speak for myself, failure, guilt, shame, those tend to be places that I fear even sometimes, find myself stuck. And I guess I can admit for myself that a reason for that is I don't actually dig deeper to find out, like, what am I actually afraid of? Where is the shame rooted, right? The shame and guilt rooted. And those are oftentimes tied to things that were triggered from earlier in my life. They're not really in that immediate moment. So are those oftentimes the emotions that you think keep us kind of stuck and stagnant in our present, almost our past a little?
You really hit it with some of those. Guilt and shame are things that are put upon us. We're not born with those. And then we absorb them, and then they become habit for how to process our feelings and the view for us to look through when things are going on. But as you're talking about it, you want to see what's underlying that. It is a lot of times fear.
That's so true. I think if we thought as individuals and as a society how pervasive and strong the emotion of fear is and the way that it shows up can almost cripple us, we would be surprised. Because for me, I think fear is almost the underlying cause. It almost feels like the molasses in my life sometimes. And then I'm like, well, what's really the worst that could happen? You know, Michelle, you have to ask yourself that question.
It's very true. You have to say, is something really a bad situation right now and the fear is real, then I need to do something, get help, or take an action. Otherwise, it's just that underlying fear. And a lot of times it is from childhood and it's not real anymore in this situation. So we've got to get to fear. Even anger and sadness, those other emotions we get stuck in, they become really addictive, even to our brain, but under them is fear for our survival.
I think that's important to acknowledge. I think it's always important to leave folks with techniques and strategies. It's one thing to point things out, but I always like to give folks the opportunity to pivot. And one of the things I remember someone telling me, because I was like, okay, I hear what you're saying, but I need a tangible way to do this. And I love to listen to music. And so it was suggested to me that if I hear a song and I'm feeling an emotion, allow myself to feel the emotion for that period of the song. What is a song? 3 minutes, 4 minutes. And when the song ends, that deep breath allows that feeling to then go. That's one example that has helped me. And I know it sounds trivial, but do you have any other suggestions, things like that, that might really actually be tools people can use to actually let go?
I really actually love that because it's that same principle and you're doing it with something tangible, a song, because you want to notice how you're feeling and be in the feeling, but then, like you said, not stuck in it. So you have to recognize you need the pivot. Notice what's not working. Notice what's no longer serving you, but agree with yourself you won't stay there. So then you start reaching for that next highest feeling. And notice where you want to stay and feel, be addicted, feeling bad or sad.
Yeah, and I want to piggyback on something Brandon and I had been talking about earlier with being Mental Health Awareness Month. The importance of, and of course it falls within everybody's comfort level, sharing. You know, you would be surprised how many other folks are struggling or grappling with the same things: fear, guilt, shame, anxiety, depression, just opening up. And maybe you don't use those words, but using your struggle to bond with another person's is also, for me at least, a form of letting go of kind of the isolation I feel in those emotions sometimes.
Yes, and we're taught a lot of times, don't cry, don't share your emotions, don't say how you feel. And sometimes people get really uncomfortable when you start sharing that, but you've got to find an outlet for that so that you're not suppressing them. It's not about pretending they're not there. It's about feeling them and then pivoting into the positive.
Ooh, I couldn't end it any better than that. Pivoting into the positive. I love it. Maurielle, so wonderful to see you. Thank you so much. Hey, everybody, you can follow Maurielle Barr at her website, www.mauriellebarr.com. That does it for Wellness Wednesdays. Maurielle, we'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Bye. We'll be right back.